So here's part 3 of how people use Myfitnesspal or meal trackers incorrectly. And this isn't exactly on their end. It's sort of a miss or an oversight on the trackers, and it's overestimating energy. In a clinical setting, when I'm looking at energy needs for someone who, let's say, overweight, BMI of 30 plus, and sometimes I even fudge a little bit and I go a little bit 27, 28, 29, and I'm calculating energy needs, I don't use activity factors. Okay, what does that mean? So go to the menu, go to my goals, and right here you'll see activity level. I have that set at not very active, even though every day I do something almost. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Now, an individual would go in there and they would select that and they think to themselves, well, I'm lightly active. I spend a good day at my feet. I'm a teacher. Yeah, okay, that's just kind of life. And this is where some people may disagree with me, but if I select that lightly active, it's going to increase my calories by a factor of maybe 20%. Go to another one. Let's say I'm kind of active. I spend a good amount of day on my feet and I maybe work out once. Okay, now that's going to increase it by 30% for my daily calories. But if I'm already overweight and I already have a BMI that's greater than it should be, I don't need to be using the activity factors. I got to create a deficit. So a lot of individuals look at this and say, hey, I'm not very active. I stand up all day. Well, that's just kind of life. Or I work out for 30 minutes. I do yoga. Yeah, okay, but are you really burning a lot of calories there? And I think that the calculations or adding in the activity factor just contribute to us eating more. I think it's fairly safe to say that using the not very active is a good basis or foundation for the number of energy calories you should use in general when using Myfitnesspal calculator. Now, if you're active, that's great. You've created a deficit. Those calories are burning them up. If you're super lean or you're training 2 hours a day, you know what? You should probably be working with someone. I don't want to give you advice, but even with my athletes, I calculate their energy needs. I set it inside Myfitnesspal. I turn it to not very active because the numbers, the calculations that I've done take into consideration for them how many calories they should eat. And then their fueling strategies or training plans add in the extra calories they need for those specific events or training sessions. Just calculating with the active or very active or lightly active modifier, the activity factor, I think it's a recipe for failure for most people, especially if you've got a high BMI. All right, that's how I think activity trackers let some of us down. If you didn't watch part 2 about how the eat back strategy is working against you with these meal trackers, you should definitely go check it out. And if you missed part 1 about the 3 reasons I think you're missing out on Myfitnesspal or the 3 benefits you're overlooking, I definitely want you to go check that out. Thanks.